Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for the season finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Season 1, Episode 6, One World, One People, or I should say, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Thanks for coming up, everybody, and joining me tonight. Let me take care of some business first, and then we'll get down to this. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible to one of the videos of my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at this I have up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media. So Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. No tiers there on the Patreon, but I'm 3 subscribers away from 1,000. And once that happens, I'll put up some tiers. I still don't have any merchandise as of yet, but yeah, close there. I am working on it. I already know what I'm putting up. So yeah. I also have all the links to like this YouTube channel, my Facebook page. And for those of you who still have Facebook, a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. Just for you, Movie Fanobi, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about there. So, and also, just so you know, I am going to be giving this guy away too. So this is the idol, the Captain America idol. Yes, it is a Hikari Japanese vinyl Captain America gold Captain America idol. So yes, and I'll give details on that at the end of all of this. So for right now, spoiler alert, I am going to spoil the episode. If you have not seen the episode, go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section. Yes? No? We got it? Okay. We know it's a spoiler? Yes? All right. I don't want to hear any complaints afterwards. People going, you didn't say it was a spoiler alert. Yeah, well, there's one right there. Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, of course, you know, Sam gets the Captain America suit with the wings, the Wakandan wings. He has the shield now. He knows how to use the shield. And Carly and the Flag Smashers, which sounds kind of like a rock band in a way, but they're going after the GRC, who are in New York and are voting on moving 5 million people, I believe is what it is. And so, yeah, so he, Bucky, and Sharon Carter shows up too to fight with them, or kind of literally and figuratively, I guess you could say at that point. So, yeah, we do find out that Sharon Carter is the power broker. I don't think that Batroc is dead, by the way, because I went back and I watched that scene a couple different times, and he grabs his arm. So he gets shot, he grabs his arm, but then he falls to the ground in the next scene and like splays his arms out. It's kind of a weird thing. So I don't think she killed him, and I think that he is working with her, and that was all a ruse. Everything that just happened there, so that she could get back into working with Shield, or whatever Shield has become now at this point. Yeah. Applecrow says, I'll say it. The first thing I thought when I saw the new Cap suit was that's a lot of white in the costume. It's more along the lines of the comic book version of it, which I liked. Someone brought it up. There's a TikTok version who Feisty fan actually posted this, was saying that the stripes on his chest, so it's the suit is actually reminiscent of the one that Sam met Cap in with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, for that movie. Excuse me, the Captain America, the Winter Soldier, that movie, I should say. When Sam first met Steve Rogers, that was the suit that he was wearing, was the star in the center with 3 stripes on either side. Sam's only has 2 stripes, and they're up like wings in a way. And so the missing stripe is supposed to be like the missing man formation when planes are flying. And so every time he's in flight, he's doing the missing man formation in honor of Steve. So there you go. I thought that was an interesting detail. I didn't catch that before, but yeah. And I'll get into Sharon Carter, that whole thing that I've got some theories on too of where that's all going. But yeah, I dug this, man. I really did. I liked I know a lot of people are saying that this series is slow. It's not. It's actually a good burn, to tell you the truth. And I liked all the intrigue that was in it. I liked seeing Baron Zemo's butler getting involved and killing the rest of the flag smashers. And that whole one world, one people actually has more connotation than just what was happening within the show. It's also supposed to be like a real world kind of thing as well. And no, I'm not Mufinobi. And yeah, this was really interesting. I did like his speech to the senators after he saves them, and Sam is telling them about what they're doing and how they are acting is no different than what Thanos did when he snapped his fingers, that they were at the mercy of a god. And basically, these senators are all making decisions for a bunch of people without involving them in those decisions, and are essentially toying with their lives. And I thought that was a good analogy. He did a really good job of that. Zemo did nothing wrong. Okay, maybe. Applecrow says, no, he did. He did do some bad stuff. Also, Isaiah Bradley gets recognized as well. And he doesn't get outed as being alive still, but Sam is able to actually get a display within the Captain America display and put it in there and show that Isaiah Bradley was actually a super soldier as well, so that people will know what he did, what he sacrificed for the country. And this was like I said in the previous episode, in episode 5, there was going to be some weird ways of Disney having to maneuver through this, and they did it in the most Disney way possible. I have to admit, it wasn't a bad way, but it was also a safe way. They couldn't with the characters that they had, they still kind of followed a safe route. They didn't blame the government at all with any of this stuff. It was just kind of a, hey, well, that's kind of some bad luck. Whatever happened to Isaiah at that point, they didn't kind of dwell on that. And it was a little bit softer than I thought it was going to be. Applecrow says, I didn't tear up when they showed Isaiah his statue was manly tear duct cleaning. Yeah, I got a little something in my eye too. I think it was some dog hair. You know, the dog's been around here and shedding a little bit. So I know what you mean. And I'm hoping to see more of the Isaiah Bradley story. So having Eli in there too, and having Eli being a prominent character in this episode or in this series too, that sets up the Young Avengers, of course. I don't think that Sharon Carter is Sharon Carter, and I think she's actually a Skrull, is what my theory is. And I think we're seeing the beginnings of Secret Invasion in this. We already know the series Secret Invasion is coming, but I don't think Sharon Carter is that far gone. Yes, it is 7 years since she went on the run, but I really don't think that Sharon Carter would have turned this drastically and started just selling secrets and is wanting to get back into the government to grab prototypes, all this kind of stuff, and share, and start selling those secrets as well. I just can't buy that. So I'm going to go with she's a Skrull. And that's where we're going with Secret Invasion. And then, of course, we also have Valentina, Contessa Valentina, of course, the head of Hydra now, the new head of Hydra, or Madam Hydra. Yeah, so she has set up Walker there with his new suit, and he's now US agent, which is just basically his same suit, only black instead of blue. Yeah, and that whole thing they kind of brushed off him killing the guy, and pretty much in cold blood. Yes, he got court-martialed for it and he got taken out of the service. He lost the Captain America designation, all that kind of stuff. But he served no jail time. And it was just kind of one of those weird, yeah, it's okay. Bucky didn't want anything to do with him. Sam really didn't want anything to do with him. And yeah, that was fairly interesting. Applecrow says, I got the feeling that the power broker might be more of a group than an individual. I thought that at first too, Applecrow, but I have a feeling that it could be. It could be that the power broker is a group as well. And it also could be representing the scrolls. I still say it's scrolls that are involved, since we do have the secret invasion coming on. And they just had a really good casting. They actually had a couple of good castings for that series. I'm fairly sure that that's what she is that she's a scroll. So in the comics, Secret Invasion, the scrolls have taken prominent roles, I guess you can say. So some have become superheroes, some have become members of the government and whatnot. And they have the original people sequestered someplace else, because what they're doing is in order to maintain their identities, they are using technology to siphon off their memories and even what they look like, because scrolls can hold a shape-shifting ability for a while, but they can't hold it forever. But using the technology, they're able to hold it a lot longer. It's kind of like, when you need to go to the bathroom and you need to hold it for a long time. So yeah, that's what it's all about. So a good ending to a good series. We are going to lead into a Captain America 4 movie. They just announced that with the same writers who just did this series. The showrunner who did this series, they're actually going to do Captain America 4, the movie. And of course, Sam Wilson is going to be Captain America at that point. And he did it all without having to take the super soldier serum, which is still pretty damn good. Trying to think if I remember if I missed anything else. Oh, and the Raft. That was the other thing I wanted to say. So they keep mentioning the Raft. Everyone keeps getting sent to the Raft. And that's the other thing that hasn't been discussed as of yet. Who's in charge of the Raft? The Raft is in charge of General Thunderbolt Ross, is who the Raft is under. And for those of you who don't know who General Thunderbolt Ross is, that is the guy who's been after Bruce Banner for the longest time. He is also Betty Ross's father, who is Bruce Banner's ex-wife, I guess you could say now. And he, of course, is played by William Hurt. And there's a Thunderbolt series that's supposed to be coming up as well on Disney Plus. And Thunderbolts from the comics it's kind of like Suicide Squad in a way, where they use the villains in order to do military missions and all that kind of stuff under General Thunderbolt Ross. Yeah. So I'm fairly sure that's what they're setting up there with the Raft. So we had 3 other series that were set up within this, as well as a movie, which I'm finding interesting that that's what they're doing. So they're using these series as a springboard into the movies. The movies actually feed back into the series, and yeah, it's nice little homogenous circle of life. I guess it's a Hakuna Matata of circle of life there on this. So good stuff. I'm still not used to the setup yet either. I'm looking right at the camera, so your guys are right there. But then I also have the screen like right there, and it's a big screen. Actually goes up to about, yeah, you can't see where the top of that is. So I'm still not used to it. I can see what everyone's talking about now, and I can actually look at the camera and kind of read at the same time. But yeah, I'm getting there. So contest. You guys are going, get on with it, motherfucker. Yeah. So the contest is You put a comment in the comment section of this video down below once this becomes a video, and that's your entry. As long as you live within the continental United States. Now, it doesn't make any difference how many comments you put in. I'm only going to choose your name once. It's going to go in the magic hat next Friday, and I'm going to pick 2 names. One's going to be the winner. The other person's going to be the runner-up in case the winner does not get in contact with me. So you have 48 hours if you're chosen in order to contact me with your mailing address. If you don't do that, it goes to the next person. I'm going to get both people's mailing addresses. And then, whoever, if the runner up gets it to me and then the, grand prize winner doesn't, then it's going to go to the runner up. And again, this is the grand prize right here. You can, if you really want to, you can reenact the opening sequence of Raiders of the Lost Ark, with the golden idol. It is about the right size. So, and it's just very weird. It's one of the weird items I've owned here. So, yeah, there you go. I know everyone's really excited about that. Am I right? Applecrow says this ending was a lot better than WandaVision. Yeah, they're different animals as far as I'm concerned. Applecrow. This was a different burn the way it was going through. And WandaVision had a different feel to it as well. So I think they're different. This was a different story altogether, and this was totally about Sam becoming Captain America and not earning it so much, but justifying to himself why he should take on the responsibility. And yeah, I mean, he sums it all up in this episode. And he really does talk about what people are going to perceive of him, that there are going to people that hate him for wearing that costume, for taking that shield. And it's one of those things that, yes, it does happen in this country. And it's a shitty thing, but yes, it's there, and it was brought up, which I thought was good. You thought Winter Soldier was slow, Carl? Yeah. Applecrow says, true, WandaVision felt like someone else were at the end. This felt like a whole story. Not for me, Applecrow. The first 2 episodes of this actually felt more cohesive, and then the last 4 were a different voice. And that's only because I know, and I think it's, for me, it's probably my subconscious on this. Derek Kolstad wrote the first 2 episodes, which he's the writer and creator of John Wick, the whole John Wick series. And I understand his language and all that. And I got where he was going with it. And then the last 4 were different people. And they didn't pick up what he was laying down there. And I think that's how come it kind of got homogenized in those last 4 episodes. There was still some interesting stuff that was brought up, but it just wasn't delved into. It was just kind of a surface skim of things. They didn't want to bring up anything too controversial, I should say. Applecrow says, I know why it wouldn't have worked, but it could have been interesting to have Thor let him try picking up Mjolnir to see if he was worthy. Yeah, there's the what was it? Was it Toy Fair? I think it was Twisted Toy Fair Theater. So before Robot Chicken came about, one of the guys who does it with Seth Green. Is it Seth Green? Seth Green, yeah. Who is one of the producers. He was on a magazine called Toy Fair. And he used to do this little thing called Twisted Toy Fair Theater. It's exactly Robot Chicken, but it's done in pictures on, panels like a comic book with word balloons, and they would have stories. I actually have collections of the first, I want to say 7 or 8 collections, something like that. And I don't think I have them out here. I think I have them in the other room. And it's the funniest shit ever. So that's why Robot Chicken came about. You remember Toy Fair Magazine, Joker? Yeah. And The one of the things they had was that Thor would take his hammer and put it on the toilet seat in Avengers Mansion so no one could use the toilet. He was just being a dick because Thor was kind of a dick, in the Twisted Toy Fair Theater universe. And I thought that was the fucking funniest thing. Yes, it's juvenile, but because no one could pick up the hammer. But then you also think about it. Okay, so if Thor's hammer can't be lifted, if he puts it in an elevator and just puts it on the floor in the elevator, can the elevator move? Would the elevator be worthy enough to make the hammer move? Because it is lifting the hammer. Yeah. I know I'm a nerd, but hey, you already know this. As I'm wearing my Doctor Strange T-shirt. This, by the way, is like one of my favorite T-shirts right now. I got this a couple weeks ago, and as part of my Marvel T-shirt subscription, and this is like absolutely my favorite. It's like 70s, full on 70s view. I know you guys can't see it here. Hang on a sec. There we go. Yeah, it's got Dormammu on there, and Doctor Strange with all the multi arms, all that kind of stuff. Applecrow says no, the elevator can't lift the hammer, but the hammer makes the elevator fly up anyway. I like your rationalization. God, I can't even speak tonight. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what that's all about. Anyway, what else do I have going on this week? Well, tomorrow is another edition of Saturday Morning Blast Off, where I take the genre news of the week and all the genre stuff you guys want to talk about. Sunday is a doubleheader with Invincible, and holy shit. If you haven't watched Invincible episode 7, go and fucking watch it. And the Nevers. I'm sorry. I was so blown away by Invincible episode 7 that I kind of forgot about the Nevers. Monday, I'm going to be off. Tuesday will be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And this time around, it's the new Mortal Kombat movie, which is also released today on HBO Max. So I'm going to be doing that. Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be off. Friday, I'm going to be doing the season finale of Invincible. I'm moving it over to Friday since there's an empty space right there. And I'm also going to be doing the contest results. This one, contest results of this guy. I remember you have till 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on next Friday, the 30th, in order to get your comments in. So there you go. I just thought there was a little tear there, but it's not. It was just a little, that thing. Nice, Carl. Thank you. Hopefully they're enjoying it. I know some people subscribe and they're like, what the fuck is this? And they unsubscribe. So yeah, it happens. That's fine. What else do I have going on? That's pretty much it. I'm gonna let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everybody joining me tonight in the chat, and thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. If you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, if you can, hit that like button and the share button. And if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, hit that bell down below. Or you can go to suspendedfanimation.com, which is a little more accurate. And you can see what the schedule is. I change it out every week. I'm usually pretty close on time, except for Saturdays. Saturdays, as I forget who tells me this. If it's Joe, if you tell me about this, or Stan, I think it's Stanley that basically says I'm late every Saturday, which I am. But it's pretty close in time. And I also have the links to my social media there and the links to my pages as well. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow for Saturday Morning Blast Off. Remember to put in your comments in the comment below down here to enter for the contest. As long as you're within the continental United States, international shipping rates are just really fucking expensive. So I try and keep my costs down on that. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay safe, be well, take care. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may get an offer from Contessa Valentina, whatever her name is, Madam Hydra, which isn't a good deal. Thanks, everybody. I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, have a good night. Take care. Wear those masks and get those vaccines if you can. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. If I know where to hit that end button.